Everybody? We are going live today. Welcome to NBA Weekly. This is the show where I do once a week a NBA show, just breaking down all the big moves. Obviously, our boy Bron, breaking down the big moves. NBA Weekly. I decided just to stick with one show like where once a week I just break down the big moves instead of doing tons of NBA shows, because really at the end of the day, the Camper Report is mostly about NFL. Even though I love the Lakers, the Camper Report is about the NFL. So let's get right to it. By the way, welcome to the Camper Report. We will have question and answers all throughout this show, so come and join. 1 second, guys. I have a Hold on. Ha. Anyways, question and answer. Well, no, you guys can throw in some question and answers at any time during the show, so feel free. Let's start with the first topic of the day. Again, once a week, I come here to discuss NBA, so this is Friday night, baby. First topic. Actually, this is the first topic I want to get to. Second topic. First topic. 49ers mailbag at gmail.com. Rob Shue is putting together, I know you guys say that, I know you guys probably don't know this, but he is putting together he's putting together a question and answers, 49ers mailbag at gmail.com. Go right there. Go there right now. Ask him a question. And every week, if you didn't see the Grant Cohn show with Rob Shue, every week he's going to name the best questions. So this week it was me. But go and email him a 49ers question. And I'll be taking question and answers. You think the Lakers win, he meant to say. Absolutely. I'll get to that in a minute, though. So anyways, I'm going to do question and answers the whole show, so we can have football, basketball, whatever. But let's get to the first one. Bucks, again, I'm doing NBA once a week because it's a primarily NFL show. Bucks are on fire. I mean, it's the defense's Mamba mentality. Like, I am not joking. They could actually beat the Nets. Like, I am not joking at all about that. I think getting Jrue Holiday this offseason was a huge deal. I believe that Giannis, their defense has improved. They've improved since last year. This team is incredible. I really like how they're playing it. Again, I really think that they can go far in the playoffs, just because what have they been doing? They've been really Jrue Holiday, especially, I think, is the X factor in this matchup. This is why they're winning 3-0, because he's been good defensively, and he's been able to shut down Jimmy Butler. He's been able to shut down a few guys. He's been able to shut down Duncan Robinson. He's been able to shut down a few guys that are really, really good. And so the Bucks could make it really far. Like, I think that this is going to be one of those things where they make it super far. Okay, guys, this is a really easy tip. Watch this. Boom. This is a really easy tip. I didn't even need a green screen. I needed a blue screen with just a little, like, this was a blanket that I hanged up, and it's perfectly good. Like, watch. So, anyways, back to the Bucks. I think they are one of the challengers. I'm not saying they're going to beat the 76ers or the Nets, but watch that. The Nets will probably play them in the second round. That is going to go down to Game 7. I just warn you guys. That is going to go down to Game 7. This is going to be a tight matchup. I'm loving this right now. And honestly, I think they have the defensive mentality. Like, I think the only person on the Nets that is really good and a championship guy is Kevin Durant. So I think they have the team to beat the Nets, and their defense is outstanding. So again, I don't know if Not Your Average Sports Kid, but I'm going to do this one more time. All you need to make a green screen is literally a piece of blue or green blanket. But anyways, back to it. So that's the thing that I noticed the most with the Bucks. I really like them. I think their defensive Mamba mentality is going to get them far in the playoffs. The next one, Brooklyn. We have to mention them. Brooklyn is playing really well. I mean, I think the main person that is really carrying them is KD. I think Stephen A said it best. I think you can shut down James Harden. You can shut down Kyrie, but it's hard to shut down KD. It really is. I mean, it's really hard to shut down KD, and it's going to be hard. I mean, I think they will probably make the Eastern Conference Finals. I'm still not sold on what they're going to be able to do, but I'm pretty confident that they're going to make. I don't want them to make the West. I don't want them to make the finals, but this team's playing well. If you see, the Boston Celtics are not a pushover team. Now, they haven't been playing well, but Brooklyn definitely has been playing very good against them. And honestly, as long as, I mean, they're looking, both the Lakers and them really didn't play together a lot. So they're looking very, 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 very good without having played together. Like, I really like this team just because they're playing so well together and without having any playing time other than this. So they're going to continue to improve as the playoffs progress. And that's the thing that I'm going to love. I mean, I really like that a lot. About them is they're going to continue to progress. Now, will they make the finals? That's maybe another story for another day. I like their chances, but honestly, like I just said in the last segment, you got the Bucks, you got the 76ers. But again, yes, they are playing extremely well. They're playing like they have been, like they were expected to. I mean, they are really taking on the challenge, and KD is the X factor. So watch out, guys. KD is going to be the X factor for them. And I believe, again, they'll make the finals, but they have to get past a hard Bucks team. I don't know what you guys think about that, but they have to get past a hard Bucks team. So the next one, I am literally so shocked. But I really like this. Clippers down 2-0. Are they really going to ruin this again this year? I mean, Kawhi, that was an utmost mistake that he went there a few years ago. I'm a Lakers fan, so I love that they're losing right now, and I think I do not want to play the Clippers. So honestly, I feel like the key to their winning, they have not been shutting down Luka at all. They've also been letting Porzingis get what he wants. Porzingis is healthy. He's doing amazing. Tim Hardaway Jr. has been scoring outrageous numbers. They just haven't been playing well. And a lot of people are like, well, you know, it's interesting because they never play good enough to sustain themselves in the NBA playoffs. And the thing that really gets me with this one is they have high expectations, but they never can seem to meet them. Will they ever be able to meet them? Well, I'm not sure. Like, is it the coach's fault? Is it the players' fault? What is it? I just think it's an overall collective, like, I just don't know what's happening with the Clippers. But all I know is that this team, the way they had, this next game is a must-win game. I mean, Kawhi Leonard has to play like Kawhi Leonard. He was good for the Raptors, so I just don't understand why he's all of a sudden stinking. Like, it's not good for them right now, and it's not looking good. Like, I'll get to your question in just a second, Not Your Average Sports Kid. I'm going to talk about the Lakers Suns in maybe the next topic. But anyways, it's looking really bad for the Clippers, and unless they get it together, unless they at least minimize Luka, he's going to rip them apart. If they go down 3-0, this is absolute disaster. But think about it this way. The Mavs actually do have an advantage because now they're going back home. just like the Lakers last game, the Mavs now have an advantage. This is an easy game. It's going to become very tough the next two games for the Clippers to win because they're both in Mavs Stadium. And so you could see a Mavs sweep of this series. You could. And so that's why I don't want to wish it on the Clippers, but, well, I do because I'm a Lakers fan, but I don't think this is going to go down pretty for them at all. I think Kawhi, they were overthinking themselves, 100% overthinking themselves. So, but yeah, it's going to have to depend on if they can shut down Luka and if they can win at home. I mean, they're truly in desperation mode. But like I said, they've never really been able to close out in the playoffs. So next topic, Chris Paul's injury Chris Paul's injury to the team. This was an interesting one. I guess I could have some call-ins, guys. So hold on. Hold on. So the link is in the chat if you guys want to call in. Anyways, so this is a really, 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 link is in the chat, guys. This is one of those things where it's like, dang, like the Suns, it's almost like dating back a few years to the Rockets. This is incredible. I mean, he wasn't able to stay healthy, and everyone was saying they would have beaten the Warriors if he wouldn't have stayed healthy. If he would have stayed healthy, they would have. And so everyone's saying, like, this is hard. I mean, this is, for them, it's like, I feel bad for the Suns because they lose Chris Paul. Now they're down star power. And yes, Devin Booker, like, they still have Devin Booker. Devin Booker still needs a guy beside him. Like, without Devin Booker, without Chris Paul, they cannot, the link is in the description. Without Chris Paul, it is really hard to win. I mean, he brings a lot to the table. He's a floor general. I just really, not link is in the description, link is in the comments. I really, really, really feel for the, for this team. I just do. Because it, again, like I said, it dates back a few years ago when the Rockets would have beaten the Warriors if Chris Paul wouldn't have gotten injured. And the Suns maybe thought, oh, maybe they got it this year. Like, maybe they got it this year. And maybe they were able to get something done, but no, they can't. And that's the thing that's the saddest to me. I was really looking forward to having a competitive Suns, even though I'm a Lakers fan. I was really, really looking forward to having a competitive Suns back again. And it's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. So I feel bad for them. But again, this Lakers team with Chris Paul would have been hard to beat. Without Chris Paul, without Chris Paul, this is going to be nearly impossible. Again, he got injured in the first game, but they still were able to pull it out. But the thing that I do give to the Lakers, the thing that I do give to them is they always rebound after game one. And so it's hard to beat them after it's hard to beat them after game one. And that's what the Trailblazers did last year. It's hard to beat the Lakers successive times in a row. And now without Chris Paul, that's going to be tough. That is. And I mean, what are my reactions to the Devin Booker push on Dennis Schroeder? I think the game was flaring up. I don't know if you guys saw my last there's a lot of hangover. But anyway, like, there's a lot of playback. It's a little bit late. But anyways, I don't know if you guys saw my latest video where I got copyrighted. I was streaming the game to my channel. I don't know if you guys saw that. and I ended up getting caught by YouTube. I did not know you were not allowed to do that, so I ended up getting caught by YouTube. So that was funny. But anyways, the Chris Paul injury, yeah, devastation. I do not want to wish that on anybody. But let's see. Anything else to discuss here? Like, again, it's going to be tough. I mean, I really really like Chris Paul, and now that he's injured, I don't think they're going to be able to rebound. Let's see what else. Big stories. Okay, so let's get to your question, not your average sports kid. If you're on, I am answering it right now. Do you think the Lakers win their series? Yeah, absolutely. I think they're going to get him in 5 or even 6 games the way that AD, that's the other thing that I was going to be touching on. AD in the paint is insane. They showed yesterday that they can win old school way. I mean, they showed yesterday that they can win it old school, that they can truly get it done in the paint. AD, if he's healthy, every night he's scoring 35. And that's why I want to say for the Brooklyn Nets, it's going to be hard. It is going to be hard beating the Lakers, because when you have a healthy AD, you've got a guy who's scoring 35 a night. When you have a healthy LeBron, or at least 80% LeBron, you got a guy who's scoring 30 a night. It's going to be tough to beat this team. It really is. And that's why I even say that the Brooklyn Nets themselves can't even beat this team. I really do. I don't think they can beat this team. And so it is going to be tough to beat this Lakers team in a 7-game series when AD is healthy, because they've shown that they can get it done both ways, shooting and old school. Again, guys, I want to shout out Rob Shu one more time. I did a show with him the other day. Subscribe to his channel, Rob Shu, on YouTube. He has some really cool videos. And then shoot a email out, 40hoursmailbag@gmail.com. Every week on Grant's show, he's going to announce the number 1 question that he had that week. This week it was me, but shout out him, and I really hope that he can get enough questions. He's going to make actually a video answering them all once he gets enough. So 40hoursmailbag@gmail.com. Let's see who else. Okay, well, that's going to be all for me today. Again, I've laid out all the big storylines. One more thing, actually, before I go. Russell Westbrook. I mean, that guy, like, even though they're probably going to lose the 76ers, that guy is flat out good. Like, I really like him a lot. I think he is one of the better players. He's really shown that he can come back and execute in the playoffs. But I really do like Russell Westbrook. I think he's one of the better players, but at the end of the day, it's hard to win in the East. I think for once this year, the East finally has a number, like 3 of their teams finally are really good. Now, I think the Bucks are rolling. So rolling for the week, Bucks, you have, I think, the Nets, Lakers, and a few other, hold on. Bucks, one more thing. Yeah, Bucks, Nets, Lakers. And I think if you had to name another one, you could say 70. Well, not this. I wouldn't say the 76ers are rolling, but I would say Bucks, Nets, Lakers, and possibly Mavericks. Yeah, Mavericks are a good one. So, I would say that it's going to be fun just battling it out in the playoffs, but I would say that those are the rolling teams. And then the bad teams, I would say Suns. It's because of the Chris Paul injury, but the Suns, you have the Heat, you have the I guess you could say the Clippers, and then if you had to throw in one more there, you could say the I'm trying to think. You could say the Celtics, let's say. So those are the up and downs of this week. I hope you enjoyed NBA Weekly. Subscribe to my channel, The Camper Report, and I will see you guys again soon. I should be back at maybe again tomorrow. Look for me on the Cone Phone. If I'm not there, then maybe I'll do a film session, once a week film session. So I will see you guys again soon. Tomorrow, look for me again tomorrow. Either on my channel or on Grant Cone's Cone Phone. And I should maybe next, again, look at mine and Rob Shu's video that I did a few days ago. I should, in a few days, probably do another show with somebody. So I'll see you later. I think it's going to be a meme this time. But see you guys again soon. And remember, hold on, before I go, this is all you need. This is literally all you need to make a green screen. A red, a blue, or green piece of blanket. Like, literally all you need. And you can put any background. The reason why it's a little blurry here is because of the crinkles. But in the sheet. So I will see you guys again soon. Bye. I hope you like this video, and I will see you guys again soon.